8-3 Slope of a line, Part 1. The objective today is to find the slope of a line. Slope is the rate of change that determines the direction of a line and how steep it is. Slope is equal to vertical change over horizontal change. Remember, vertical change is up and down, horizontal change is left and right. Another way of thinking of slope is delta y over delta x. That's kind of a mathematical, science-y type of way of saying change of y over change of x. And remember, y is we go up and down, x we go left to right. Now what I want you to remember, what you need to kind of get burned into your brain for the next couple of years, is slope is equal to rise over run. Rise over run. Say it with me. Rise over run. Did you say it? I don't think you did. I didn't see your lips move when I was looking in through the camera. So make sure you remember, rise over run. So slope is equal to m. M is equal to, basically pick 2 points on the line. Now think of these points as one being your friend's house and your house. We're going to pretend that you have a friend. And how do you get from your house to your friend's house? You can't just go in a straight line along that red line, because if you're going in a straight line, what are you doing? You're basically cutting through people's houses and their backyards, and they don't like it when you do that. You're going to end up getting shot or killed or beat up or something like that. So you have to take the streets. So if we're going to describe how we're going to get from our friend's house, or from our house to our friend's house, we could say we're going to go up three streets, up 3 streets, and then right, so that's our rise, and then our run is 2 streets. So we go over 2 streets. So the rise is 3, the run is 2. Rise over run. So we have a slope of 3 over 2. When you have an improper fraction, you want to simplify it or reduce it if possible, but don't change it into a mixed number. Leave it as an improper fraction unless the bottom is 1, in which case you can put it as just a whole number. So our slope, and another way to get it is to go pick another 2 points. It doesn't matter which 2 points you pick. So I could say, hey, we're going to go from my first friend's house to my second friend's house. So I'm going to go down 6, and then to the left, which is a negative move, 4. So I've got negative 6 over negative 4. Well, if I simplify that, I get 3 over 2, just like I did for the other 2 points. So it doesn't matter what 2 points you pick. So let's find the slope of this line. I kind of marked out the points, but pick 2 points. So remember, slope is equal to what? Say it with me. Rise over run. Make sure you're saying it. I want you to get that into your brain. So we pick 2 points, and we're going from one house to the other. So what's our rise? Our rise is going to be 1. So we'll put 1 on the top. What's our run? Over 4. So our slope would be 1/4. And I could pick, again, like I said, you can pick any 2 points. So if I take that second point and I want to go to that far left one, I can go down 2. So that's a negative 2, left 8. So I got negative 2 over negative 8. A negative over a negative is a positive, and 2/8 reduces to 1/4. So you get the same answer as long as you do things correctly. One of the common mistakes is meeting in the middle. You need to end up at one of the points. Would you please try to find the slope for this line? Remember, slope is equal to rise over run. Pick 2 points. I go up 3 over 1. So I would just write that, instead of writing 3 over 1, I would just simplify that to a 3. You can always put the 1 back in later. Next one, would you try to find the slope of this one? Remember, we're using rise over run. So pick 2 points. I picked those 2. I go down 2, right 3. Now that's a positive move when I go to the right. So I get negative 2 over 3. So negative 2/3 would be my slope. Slope is equal to rise over run. Pick 2 points, find the slope. I picked these two. I went down 2, right 1. So I got negative 2 over 1, which I would simplify to negative 2. Now your graph is off a little bit on your paper, so you might want to kind of use what I have right here. Slope is equal to rise over run. Pick 2 points. What's my rise? Up 3. What's my run? Over 4. So I got positive 3 over 4. Now, here I have two kind of special lines, and we need to talk about these separately from the other lines. So just like before though, slope is still equal to rise over run, so let's pick the slope of the red line. I picked 2 points. My rise, I'm going to go down 1. And then what's my run? Well, I don't go left or right, so that's a 0. There's a problem with that. What's the problem with having 0 in the bottom? It's not allowed. You can't have 0 in the bottom. It doesn't make sense. You can't have one part of nothing. I can't cut nothing up into parts and give you one part of nothing. So the answer here is what's called undefined. If you have 0 in the bottom, you end up with an undefined slope. Now, for my green line, I'll pick 2 points. What's my rise here? 0. I don't go up or down. What's my run? Pretty much any number. Doesn't matter. So for this line, a flat line, we have a slope of 0. Now, if you think of a snowboarder, if a snowboarder is snowboarding on this type of mountain, what are they basically doing? They're falling. So what's the excitement level for someone, the snowboarding excitement level, when you're falling down a cliff? Undefined. You're terrified. So there you go. And you splat down at the bottom. So your excitement level would be undefined. On the other hand, if you've ever been snowboarding and you hit a flat spot, what's your excitement level there? It's not very high because snowboarding on flat ground stinks. Nobody wants to do it because you just kind of sit there. So the excitement level there is 0. Sorry. And that basically wraps it up. So if you have questions, bring them to class and I will answer them. Thank you very much.